Hey, John McLean speaking to you again. Just thought I'd come and speak to you tonight as we just wanted to share with you about the stages you're going to go through when you're going for your dream. I think it's really important to understand what stages you're actually going to go through. Tonight I was just sitting down with my family and we were watching this fabulous series about the story of us, Australia. And they were talking about this lady called Ruby Payne Scott, who had got some information about radar, and she was a scientist and she'd been doing a lot of work on radar. But the problem with the radar was it couldn't distinguish between what was a warplane or a navy boat, or whether it was a whale or whatever. It couldn't distinguish that. So she started working on how she could define the radar so it could actually pick up what was actually coming. And it was crucial that she did so, because her doing this meant that Australia managed to get an advantage over Japan in the Second World War. And and I was amazed, she was in a position where she just had to get this, and they just went hour after hour, the whole team just working until they finally got it, and they were able to. It was actually a turning point in the war. It was given to the Americans, and they managed to turn things around and be able to pick up the Japanese warplanes, and it really was a changing point in the war. And I found that so interesting. But to see what they were actually going through. And when we are aiming for our dreams, we are going to go through a number of stages. And that first stage, and you could see with Ruby Payne Scott that they were in a stage of desperation, that they were trying, it wouldn't work, they'd try again, wouldn't work, try again, wouldn't work, and eventually they got it. And when we're going for our dreams, we do go through a stage of desperation. We just really want this thing to work, and in online marketing, you're just trying to get leads, or you're trying to get a sale, and you just keep going, but you just can't seem to nail it, and it becomes a stage of desperation. I've really been through that, and it's hard. It's the hard slog, but you just got to keep doing it until you finally get it. So it's the place of desperation, and it can be a place too where you actually got your back to the wall, and there's no other option. When finances are really tight, and you don't really have enough money to be able to, say, maybe put food on the table. But, despite the fact that you actually just keep going for it. A lot of people actually arrive at that spot, and it can be a real turning point for them. It can be a stage where people just give up, I can't do this, or others who have made it. And you hear it from every successful person. They're at a stage where, hey, I'm just going to throw this in or give it away. But, their dream is far bigger, and that's what drives them, and they get through that stage of desperation. The next stage can be the comfort stage. It can be a bit of I've arrived stage, or, hey, you've got something easy to fall back on. In my business, well, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work, I've got a job. I can fall back on that, and so there's a bit of comfort going on. And this is a stage I've found really difficult to work through, because hey, doesn't matter if I do the work, I've still got my job. And so comfort can be a real problem. And you might be out there, and you get a few sales and think, you just sit back in your laurels, I won't do anything today, won't try and get to the next stage. And so you sit back and you become comfortable with where you're at. So that can be quite a dangerous stage. The next stage is where things really start to heat up, and it's the stage of inspiration. This is where you really begin to inspire people. Your story's totally inspired. You've worked through the desperation, you've worked through the comfort, and your story really inspires people. And you're looking to inspire people, because hey, in this business, if you want to be successful, then you need to be able to inspire people. You've got to help others obtain their goals and dreams as well. Because if you don't, then it's not gonna work. So the Inspire stage is a really great stage. It's a stage where I really like, and probably where I am at the moment, because I'm wanting just to inspire. You know, my dream is just to walk alongside others and just inspire them to help them obtain their dreams, their goals. And that's the stuff that I really want to be able to do. And so I'm out there to do that. And then you go into a fourth stage, and you know, a very small percentage of these people, I think, really arrive at this fourth stage. It's transcendence, and that means that they're transcended to something else, but they've actually gone beyond. They've gone beyond being. It's just been about money. You know, this is just hey. You know, I want to just help others out. And that's truly where transcendence is. It just goes beyond, hey, this is not about money. This is not about owning all the fancy things. This is about me just reaching out and helping as many people as I can reach their goals and dreams. So inspiration has a fair bit of that too, but transcendence goes beyond that. And anything that you put out, people will listen to. You're well respected. And you probably don't go out to be that, but you know, my goal is to be able to, you know, once I reach this stage, just to be able to. I love the way Jesus, and he was certainly in a place of transcendence. He just puts it to be able to help people secretly. You know, that's one of my dreams. Is, you know, I see some families struggling with their mortgage, go to the bank and just say, hey, you know, just pay. This is payment for the next 2 months' mortgage, just to help them out. That's the sort of thing I want to do. You know, just to go in there. It wouldn't be great, you know, somebody's really struggling to pay their mortgage, just go to the bank and say, hey, you know, I'll pay their mortgage. Don't tell them. Don't want you to tell them. Just going to pay it for them. And just to be able to do that sort of thing for people. Or, you know, you might have a lot of neat things to be able to, you want to do. It's just that'd be just something special to be able to do. And, you know, just to be able to, you know, you don't just help one kid, but you can help a whole village overseas. You know, you just put in enough money to help that out. And that's really what transcendence is. And, you know, I see people like Bill Gates. That man inspires me. He's handed over most of his wealth because it's not about the money anymore. It's about who he can help. And that really is a state of, yeah, that is something special. So this is John McLean signing off. Keep your dreams big. Aim to make it more than just money, and really be a blessing to people on this earth. John McLean signing off. See you tomorrow. Bye.